Hello everyone, Happy New Year and welcome to today's video. My name is Josephine. If you have been here for a while, welcome and thank you for sticking around. If you're new to the video, to the channel, welcome as well. Now this is a channel for women who have fibroids and are in the process of shrinking them naturally using food as medicine. I would first like to wish you a blessed 2025, and I wish and I pray for you and your family that this is the year that you are filled with joy and peace and love in your heart, and also to share that with others in your life as well. And may it be the year that your wishes and your dreams and your visions come true. And be fulfilled in this year 2025. Well, this channel was mainly created for you, to support you, to inspire you, to motivate you, to make you think, to have an aha moment if you haven't had that through this journey of shrinking fibroids using food as medicine. And when I talk about food, I'm talking about plant-based eating. I am predominantly plant-based eater. I have been for a while now, about going predominantly 80% predominantly about 6 years now, and I can only say amazing things going through the process of eating predominantly plant-based. It's been amazing for my well-being, overall health and wellness and mental well-being. I cannot go back because I know how I feel, so that is a great motivator for me to keep going. Anyway, today's video, I want to inspire you and to encourage you as you are writing your goals and your visions and all the ambitions and all the things for 2025, that to remember to also to think about, including this in your journal, because healthy eating looks different for everyone. I'm just going to share what has worked for me in my journey, and hopefully this will encourage you to keep going, to add more stuff into your diet and your family as well, so that way you can really experience healing in your body. So today I just want to give you some tips on how to maintain healthy eating in terms of eating plant-based foods. If you are been on that journey already and you have fallen off the wagon, you picked yourself up again, and then you are, you're still going, you're still going at it. I'm just going to share some tips on how you can just keep going when you're on this journey of healing your body from fibroids, from disease, or from any female reproductive issues. There are so many things that we can do to help our bodies, and one of the things I talk about is your food, your mental healing, your emotional healing. It's all around, right? It's not only just food. So it's so many different aspects that come in place in order for healing to happen. So for you to really experience that healing, there needs to be some consistency and some discipline. And one of the things that I know it's a little bit of an issue, a little bit of a small problematic issue, is maintaining healthy eating throughout the year, basically. Doesn't mean like you're going to be the same throughout the year, but it's more that you're not adding the processed foods more into your diet, but you're actually eliminating it as the year go by, and you are adding more of the plant-based foods, the natural foods from the ground, and not processed. So it's all about some things that you can start thinking about as you start the new year. How are you going to maintain? How are you going to start, first of all? And how are you going to maintain? And how are you going to pick yourself up when that time comes, when there's a lot of temptation when it comes to healthy eating? And as I said, healthy eating means so many different things to people, but for me, healthy eating is looking at your plate and you see like rainbow colors. Rainbow colors mainly would come from the plant-based foods. And you have, of course, if you still eating some animal products, that should be like a garnish, a little bit on the side. For me, healing fibers thoroughly meant I had to give up all the animal products completely. And then later on, I reintroduced just fish and eggs occasionally. And minimal dairy consumption, like really minimal. I can go for months without consuming anything dairy. But anyway, to get started, we are going to look at the kitchen. That is the first place. So if you are cooking at home a lot, which I would encourage you to start to find time, because if it's important to you, for you, you make that time, you make it a priority. So you have to squeeze some time to prepare meals for throughout the week. So you start with your kitchen. You are going to look at your pantry, you're going to look at your fridge, you're going to open it up and you're going to see what's in it. Now, that will just give you an aerial view of what you consume. You are going to breathe in and start purging, removing the stuff that don't serve you. If you've been watching some of the videos, you know some foods that don't serve you, the highly processed foods, foods with lots of sugar, all the carbohydrates foods that are processed, you know, that stuff that are coming pre-packed already. I know there's some pre-packed foods that are now much good for you, better for you, but less consumption of the processed foods. You are going to purge all those foods that really are not going to support you. And I would encourage you to bring more fruits and vegetables. If you're looking at your pantry, you stock up with, ancient grains. You're looking at farro, wild rice, quinoa, millet. You're looking at couscous. You're looking at I'm trying to remember this grain I like. I'll remember it. You're trying to bring more nuts and seeds, black beans into your diet. You're going to bring more lentils, the green, the yellow. You're bringing in more of if you're consuming, if you want to bake, more of the maybe brown sugar, less of the white, a little bit of honey if that's what you're going to use. Maple syrup. I know sugar is sugar, but the less of the white processed stuff you have in your pantry, the better for you. You're just slowly substituting and bringing in those things that serve you. I know it's hard to just completely go remove everything from your pantry, but from that last jar of that white processed sugar, finish that and refill it with something more better for you. Now I bake with coconut sugar a lot, which I really find it really good, and it's good for you. Coconut sugar or brown sugar or honey or just maple, applesauce as well. All this, if you want to sweeten your baking a little bit or other foods, there are other better ways to do it than using the processed white sugar. So you're really purging all that, a lot of the canned stuff. For canned foods, I normally use the whole milk, like a full fat coconut milk when I'm baking. So that's one of the things that I buy in a can. And I look for good organic products in a can. I know I'm not so big on cans, but coconut milk, that's what I use. And sardines sometimes. My son loves sardines, not so much, but once in a while. But I try to be intentional and not to buy foods that are canned. So that said, you're going to purge stuff from your pantry, because the beginning of maintaining a healthy eating or even starting healthy eating is important to have foods in the house that serve you. If you have foods that really serve you, that are really going to look out for you, because if you have the processed stuff in the pantry, that's what you're going to reach for. So you're going to bring the foods that really serve you in your pantry to support you in your refrigerator. stock up your fruits and veggies. Find the fruits and veggies that you love, eat more of that, and then be open to trying more fruits and veggies that you haven't given a chance. So you need to give yourself a chance, basically. You cannot just keep eating the same thing over and over and expect something to change. So you're going to bring more of the fruits and veggies, and I'm talking about different variety and colorful vegetable. If you go to the store, you're walking into the store, you look for the produce section, look at all those beautiful green and colorful, deep red, colorful vegetables. Lean towards that. Let your cart be filled with that, about 80% be filled with that, and then leave that 20% for the grains, for the protein or whatever, if you haven't given up stuff, because everybody's different and the journey is different for everyone. So go to the grocery store, pick a lot of those green leafy vegetables. Just be curious. How does this taste like? The texture is different. Yes, but with time, the more you eat some of these foods, they're really going to taste good. Your taste buds are going to get used to it and eat more of the stuff that you already love. So that way you're really like adding more stuff in your body and less of the processed things. So in your refrigerator, fruits, vegetable, less of processed things that need to be microwaved. Try to even find simple recipes that you can incorporate into your daily meals that you can quickly make at home. I know people are busy, everyone is busy, and there's no time, but you have to find time. You have to find time to serve your body. You have to find time to make foods that really support you. So that said, when it comes to snacking, go for the nuts and seeds and snack on fruits, and sometimes even the raw veggies, the carrots, the celery with a dip. It could be a hummus, it could be avocado. If you're not big on avocado, which you should, it's really, really a healthy fat that is good for your body. It does amazing for the womb area. I'm a super avocado fan, and if you're not, you haven't given it a try, go for it as well. So bulgur, now that I remember, one of the grain I was talking about is called bulgur. It's an ancient grain as well. It's a great substitute for rice. So just try to substitute the processed stuff and bring in stuff that you can even snack on. I know now there's different snacks, that are much more healthier for you with less processed. So just go down that list, make a list, a shopping list, and stock up your fridge and pantry with food that really serve you. Okay. Point number 2. Use the animal products as a garnish in your meals. So if you're still consuming dairy, cheese, and meat and all that stuff, fill your plate 80% to be all plant-based as much as you can, and leave that 20% for beef, whatever animal product you're eating. So you're using the animal product as a garnish and not filling up your plate first with the animal product and then leaving a little space for the for the vegetable. Try your best to really fill up your plate with the plant-based products. Plant-based products. So a lot of your veggie or the mix there, if you're having some beans, if you're having some hummus or avocado or lentils or quinoa or black rice or sweet potatoes, or some peppers or carrots, fill your plate with that. Look at your plate, and then if you're going to go for that the animal products, the cheese or the meat or the fish or the egg, just put a little bit of, so 20%, just as a garnish, as a garnish on the side. That will be a great way to start incorporating more plant-based into your eating, and you're probably going to fill yourself up with really nutritious foods first, before you finish off with animal-based products. As I said, for me, going thoroughly really supported me in shrinking the fibroids naturally, because the animal products are really, they have endocrine disruptors, of the chemicals. I know these organic, grass-fed and all that. If you're consuming it, it would be great to do it on a minimal basis and just eat more of I would encourage you to just eat more of the plant-based protein. Anyway, point number 3. Preparing your meals ahead of time is a great way to support yourself throughout the day. So if you start your day the night before, you have an idea of what you want to consume. It's really going to help you really manage what you're eating throughout the day. So thinking about what you're going to eat is just planning your meals ahead of time. Is always like you're not left wondering what you're going to eat. Is it, are you going to go for healthy choices? Are you going for, processed foods? Are you going to eat out? And if you're going to eat out, which restaurant do you think you might go that will support you, or serving more plant-based, or try new places that serve more plant-based options? So planning your meals ahead of time really is setting yourself up for really eating nutritiously, eating healthy, and it leaves less room for guessing or for just impromptu picking up anything you find because you're just hungry, you don't know what you eat, you didn't plan for your meals, and now you just want to eat everything and anything. So try to plan your meals ahead of time by having like a weekly journal, just something, just jot down. As I say, try to make it simple for you depending on how much time you have, so that way you can set yourself up for success. Don't go too big, grande, just trying to plan all these big meals and then you're like, oh, I'm burnt out, I don't have enough time. Start small, what you can make, even if it's breakfast and lunch. Start with that, those 2 meals a day, and then you figure out dinner as during lunchtime. Just some sort of planning needs to happen in order for you to maintain healthy eating. Okay. And tip number 4, be gentle with yourself. Be joyous through this process, honestly. Nothing is set in stone. Nothing is stiff. I have also learned that food means differently for everyone. People eat for different reasons. So be joyous through the process. Have an open mind as you're going through this journey of transitioning to healthy eating or plant-based eating and less of the animal products. So be joyous with the process. Be experimental, be open to trying new things, new tastes, be curious, places that you haven't visited that you want to try out, new restaurants, if you're going to eat out, be curious. Let your mind be curious. You just have to stop and rethink, rewire your mind and start something new that you haven't given a chance, that you've been giving to give a try, but you haven't really put yourself through that. Okay, so have that mindset of like, this is not like set in stone kind of thing. You can always change, you can always add, you can always omit, but the end goal is you are doing better, way better, adding more nutritious food into your plate than going backwards. It's all about moving forward. So in those times where you slack and you feel like you're really not doing what you are supposed to do, as far as your healthy eating, you need to go easy on yourself and just say, okay, I can start again. If I didn't eat so well during breakfast or lunchtime, let my dinner serve me. Let my dinner plate do justice. It's that kind of mindset where you just like, if my food wasn't that nutritious in the morning or lunchtime, let my dinner be nutritious. Let me make those choices that really serve me. So don't go thinking that, okay, well, I'm just gonna, I'm already on this place where I'm just eating whatever, let me just continue. No, you can always stop and start. Stop and start again. And that's life. It's okay, And tip number 5, and my last tip, is to work on that mindset. These tip number 4 and 5 are kind of close together. Work on that mindset. Everything in life, a habit starts really, and you stick with it. It becomes consistent when your mind really changes about everything, when you look at things differently, the things that you've been doing are not working, but you have to really rewire your mind and know that you starting something new, a new habit, a new lifestyle, a new whatever it is that you want to start on the health and healing journey, you gotta just erase all the old habits, all the old rewiring, all the things that you've been taught about food, all the things that you have learned about healthy eating, and start to learn different ways, using your mind, educate yourself, read more about things that you're curious on about food. Just don't take whatever I'm telling you, just be curious, investigate, find out more for yourself, and just use your mind to enrich your body. If you know and you're informed and you're making those choices and you've been educating yourself and you're like, I'm ready to start this, and your mind is shifting and your mind is doing, there's a chance that you're going to stick with it, 30 days, you keep going, fine, okay, you slacked a little bit, that's okay. Stop and start. That's it. You just stop and start. But your mind, it starts from the mind. You need to start thinking differently about food and the habits and things that you need to put in place to serve you and your body. All right. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comment box. If you need additional support, you can check out the link under the description box. That takes you to my website. I have ebooks that I used at the beginning of my detox process that I was thorough detoxing to heal my body. If you need one-on-one session, there's a link to book so we can just talk and see how we can support you on one-on-one basis, just going with your journey where you at. And so far, that's it for today. I really wish you well and blessings in 2025. Thank you so much for watching, for sticking around, and I will catch you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.